Hello, my name is Dr. Arup Banerjee. I'm a naturopathic doctor and licensed acupuncturist, and I offer these services at Elkhart General Hospital in the West Wing. Today I'll be talking about how to beat sugar cravings and other addictions with acupuncture. So we'll talk about the following points: the basis of addiction, examine sugar addiction and nicotine addiction, how can acupuncture help break this addiction, what to expect in typical treatment. So to begin with, addictions are multifactorial, meaning there's a physical, emotional, and behavioral component. The physical component might be the actual putting a cigarette into your mouth and smoking it, or eating donuts or sweet foods. The behavioral component might be the actual act of putting the food in your mouth and eating this food with other people in a social setting. And the emotional component might be the feeling stress, and that stress is making you crave sweet foods or smoke cigarettes. And all three are interrelated. Another thing about addiction is that regardless if it's a smoking addiction, a food addiction, all addictions are a result of a chemical imbalance in the brain. There are many chemicals in the brain called neurotransmitters, and these help to relay information in the brain and promote either a state of wellness or despair. And in the picture where it says brain transmitters, the yellow color indicates these things called neurotransmitters, which are like plugs, and the outlet is the brain. And the more plug outlet connections there are that are healthy, you have a healthy brain. As you can see in the picture below, there's less yellow plugs, and there's less stimulation of the brain, and that results in a feeling of stress, craving more sweet foods, and so forth. Now, there are hundreds, probably thousands of neurotransmitters in the brain. The three main ones that are our target of medications and dietary supplements are norepinephrine, dopamine, and serotonin. And they have different effects, but they all are involved in mood and anxiety, feeling alertness. Sugar effects on the body. So what is the effects of sugar on the body? Well, processed sugar can raise insulin levels, which can also raise endorphin levels and make you feel good. Continuous large doses of sugar causes the body to shut down production of endorphins, which can lead to depression, feeling sadness. So to maintain a normal level of endorphins in the brain, the individual must eat more sugar and or carbohydrates to get out of depression and maintain a normal mood level. Too much consumption of sugar, as well as diets low in essential fatty acids and high in fat, have been linked to a decrease of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, called BDNF, which helps to grow new brain tissue. And a low BDNF has been associated with poor blood sugar control, which has been linked to insulin resistance, metabolic syndrome, and diabetes. And what is metabolic syndrome? It is a constellation of three or four symptoms. One is called central obesity, so more weight around the belly area, high blood pressure, high triglycerides, low HDL, or what we call the good cholesterol, and insulin resistance. What about nicotine? Well, nicotine is one of thousands of poisons in cigarettes, and but nicotine is the main ingredient that causes people to be addicted to cigarettes. And why is that? Well, nicotine can disrupt brain chemicals, promote the chemical imbalance that we were talking about. It can suppress your appetite, it can make you feel alert, and it can make you feel relaxed. And all of these effects happen in less than 10 seconds. Thus, nicotine can be very addictive. So, how does this chemical imbalance come about? Well, stress can lower serotonin levels in the brain. This results in a chemical imbalance and feeling sadness, and this contributes to a type of emotional part of the addiction, psychological addiction. Then the body will crave cigarettes or sweet foods to address this chemical imbalance, and this promotes a physical craving, physical addiction. And finally, the smoking habits or eating sweet foods with other people is people will seek that out, that behavior to reinforce the smoking habit or eating sweet foods. So what's going on with the endorphin response in a someone who smokes cigarettes or eats a high sugar diet versus acupuncture? Well, in the person that is smoking cigarettes or eating a high sugar diet, their endorphin levels are going up and down. Now this is kind of exaggerated, but just to illustrate a point that endorphin levels can be affected by what we put in our body. Now on the picture on the right, um, the endorphins say elevated a little more, maybe a day to 2 to 3 days by acupuncture, and this is beneficial to help someone get over the addiction to cigarettes or sweet food because people do not experience withdrawal symptoms so quickly, and this is usually a key to help people overcome addictions. How does acupuncture work to help sugar cravings and nicotine addiction? Acupuncture helps by increasing the body's own feel-good chemicals. This is achieved by stimulating various points on the ear with needles, cold lasers, and/or mild electrical current. The elevated natural feel-good chemicals will decrease one's desire to smoke. Acupuncture addresses mainly the physical addictions, but it can also help with the psychological, emotional part of addictions and the behavioral aspects too. And acupuncture mainly helps to reduce withdrawal symptoms, and that is again crucial to help you overcome addictions. And then this is a diagram on your right side of the left ear showing the various points that may be stimulated in an acupuncture session for addiction. So what to expect in a typical treatment? Well, there will be a stop smoking or sugar craving questionnaire. Probably the most important before we start starting is make sure you have a strong desire to quit smoking or reducing sugar cravings because ultimately it's up to you to make to make the uh, to make the step to quit. Then you'd be on the table for about 15 or 25 minutes while the mild electrical current is applied to the ear. Or if you're not a candidate for the mild current, you might then have acupuncture needles, and that would be inserted to the ear and the feet to further relax you. And follow up as soon as you can, depending on smoking history. That might be twice a week for the first week, once a week thereafter. And how many sessions might you need? It could be from anywhere from 4 to 6. And in addition to the acupuncture, dietary, behavioral, lifestyle counseling recommendations are provided. To schedule an appointment, you can go online at www.acundmed.com. You can click the Book Now button. Also, you can call if you don't have access to the internet at 574-389-5642. My office is located in the Elkhart General Hospital West Wing, and I'm there on Saturdays from 10 to 6 p.m. If you have any questions, I can again be reached at www.acundmed.com. Thank you for watching.